Meghan Markle posted a bizarre video on her social media yesterday, which sent several people into absolute meltdown. It is the cringiest, most uncomfortable piece of tape I've seen in a long time. I'm sorry, but I'm going to make you watch it.
1 month, 2 month, 3 month, he said, baby mama, when I step into the door.
She's
Yeah, I'm pregnant,
supposedly 9 months pregnant in the hospital room, dancing with a big belly.
In just a few moments, you're about to see Meghan Markle burst into a dance so hilariously awkward, so wonderfully out of sync, it actually made a royal guard glance twice. And right on cue, Megyn Kelly and Joe Rogan swooped in like media hawks circling a yoga retreat. Was it a dance or a beautifully bizarre SOS? Tough call, but one thing's for sure. This clip delivers more secondhand embarrassment than Prince Harry trying to explain himself over mulled wine at a Windsor. Christmas, buckle up.
She spreads her legs, she hikes her dress, she circles her genitals around and around. Okay. This is deeply problematic on a number of levels. Number one, here's the problem. We don't like you, Meghan Markle. We don't like you.
Yes, Meghan Markle has done it again. Just when you thought the Duchess of Delusion had run out of fresh ways to publicly implode, she twirled her way into another viral spectacle, this time with a dance so cringeworthy it made awkward. Wedding dads look like prima ballerinas from Swan Lake. If cringing were an Olympic event, Meghan would take home gold, silver, and possibly a restraining order from Rhythm itself.
South Park rules.
They fucking rule.
They went at Harry and Meghan.
She's suing
And
them.
they're trying to sue him. It's like, don't
What are
fucking
you're suing South Park?
kick that
Really?
hornet's nest. Do not.
Really? Well, you know what's going on. Someone wanted a lot of attention, and now they got it.
That was the whole episode.
That was the app.
Yeah.
That was
They're
the
like,
premise.
Is that what it
they're
was?
like, we want privacy, and they keep going on every magazine.
Yeah.
Be a regular person.
Yeah.
Go get a job in an office.
Somewhere in Montecito, a PR rep is probably hyperventilating into a paper bag as Meghan spins around like she's auditioning for a perfume ad absolutely no one asked for. Not since Prince Harry juggled his dignity for Oprah have we seen such a spirited swing and a miss. And who better to provide the dry, sarcastic play-by-play this moment so richly deserves than Joe Rogan and Megyn Kelly, the unofficial royal couple of, wait, did she seriously just do that? Commentary.
And no amount of posting videos that you think are going to humanize you will make us like you. You've already shown us your true colors. We know who you are. You helped kill the queen. You didn't give two shits about calling the royal family racist while Prince Philip was on his deathbed and casting aspersions on him. You have completely undermined all the amazing gifts that this family has given you as nothing and suggested that they didn't care you were suicidal and they were the ones who drove you there.
Let's talk about the dance itself. Picture a high school drama teacher staging a comeback. Only trade the glory for delusion and the choreography for what looked like a full-body Wi-Fi outage. Meghan moved with the confidence of someone who watched one TikTok and decided she was ready to lead a Gen Z revolution. Unfortunately, her body missed the memo. Her arms flailed like she was swatting invisible bees, while her legs fought a brave but doomed battle with basic balance. If rhythm were a language, Meghan was speaking it in fluent Martian.
Well, I'm a little upset with Prince Harry, but other than that, it's working out really well.
Are you mad that he left the throne or whatever the fuck he did?
No, I mean,
Doesn't it make sense?
well, it probably makes sense because, I don't know that he's the sharpest tool in the box, and he's probably thinking we can make a lot more money if, but they're not supposed to make any money off of being a member of the royal family, and yet they've trademarked apparently sort of their brand.
For a moment, people genuinely couldn't tell if the clip was real, a deep fake, or some avant-garde form of stress release. Because really, how else do you explain a duchess twirling in linen pants like she's trying out for So You Think You Can Dance Royal Parody Edition? Megyn Kelly didn't just critique it. She slow-roasted Meghan, flipped her halfway through, and hit the popcorn button for dramatic flair. When your brand is built on rejecting royal life while cashing streaming service paychecks, and you follow that with a spiritual dance routine that screams I skimmed a chakra blog once, you're basically painting a target on your own back. Let's zoom out. Meghan Markle has always aimed to redefine royalty, just not in any way the public anticipated. First came the teary interviews, then the podcast episodes with all the emotional depth of a Hallmark B-plot. And now this. A dance video so exquisitely awkward, it makes Prince Andrew's train wreck interview look like a TED Talk. This wasn't just garden variety cringe. It was premium, small batch, artisanal embarrassment. The kind of clip you send to your enemies when you want them to block you out of secondhand shame. Megyn spinning like she just locked eyes with her own aura isn't spiritual. It's performance art for the cosmically confused.
Megyn, there. Is that a real baby bump, or has she strapped it on? Because
weird.
She's got form for strapping on baby bumps. So what do you think as you see it? I think
there's something very wrong with that shape, in my view. I don't know. Look, I'm mesmerised, but I'm kind of sick. Do you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking, I'm glad the Queen is no longer with us, because, oh my Lord, how she would be shuddering at those images. It's so undignified.
Let's be real. This was clearly meant to be deep. Megyn probably envisioned herself as a modern-day feminist icon, channeling inner strength while moving like a video stuck on a weak Wi-Fi connection. Unfortunately, the only thing she managed to sync with was the collective global eye roll reverberating across social media. Megyn Kelly didn't just spot the misstep. She laughed so hard you could practically hear her keyboard short-circuiting from sarcasm. This wasn't critique. It was a full-blown farewell tour for Megyn's credibility, complete with dramatic hand gestures and commentary grounded firmly in reality. Then came Joe Rogan, analyzing the clip like it belonged behind glass in the Museum of Celebrity Meltdowns. His response was a cocktail of genuine confusion and philosophical unease, like her dance moves personally offended his MMA-calibrated sense of coordination. Watching the video felt like tuning into a yoga retreat that suddenly devolved into interpretive chaos, while Joe, ever the straight-shooting skeptic, just had to ask, not poetically, just honestly, why? The sad part? Megyn still seems convinced she's starring in an inspirational biopic, where every public blunder is just a stepping stone in her heroic journey. Meanwhile, the rest of us are watching a mid-season character arc collapse under its own weight, now with added interpretive dance, a fading soundtrack, and a rejected Spotify deal echoing faintly in the background.
Like the gross disrespect to the intimacy and privacy of marriage and childbirth. You know, there are some moments that are supposed to be between a husband and a wife only. And the moments before you give birth to your child is one of them, when you are together in that room and your child is coming. And maybe you do have a fun moment. This is not how I spent my moments before giving birth, but maybe you do have a fun moment. But it's private. It's actually holy.
And let's not forget, this is the same Meghan Markle who once cried out for privacy, only to chase every spotlight like it owed her a book deal. And when the public tuned out, she seemed to decide that maybe a dramatic twirl or two could stand in for actual substance. This wasn't just a misstep. It felt like a calculated stab at forced profundity through public discomfort. Oddly, the dance itself wasn't even the lowest point. That honor goes to the smug, performative smile, the look of someone who just broke up with reality and called it self-empowerment. She moved like someone who skimmed a think piece on expressive movement during a layover and came away certain she was the new face of emotional enlightenment. Megyn, this isn't vulnerability. It's interpretive flailing dressed up as insight. At this point, you could stick her in a cardboard box and she'd insist it was a metaphor for reclaiming the narrative. And that's exactly what Megyn Kelly tore apart with surgical precision. The inflated self-importance, the faux spiritual awakening, the idea that Megyn spinning like a malfunctioning lawn sprinkler somehow counts as empowerment. Every angle, every delusion, expertly dismantled.
Yes, here's my point. They can do whatever the fuck they want, but it would have been nice if they told their grandmother so that she didn't have to find out about it on the news. I thought that was kind of a
The Queen?
spotted dick move, but yeah.
Spotted dick.
yeah.
The Queen.
The Queen.
She found out on Twitter. As Prince Harry left the throne.
That is a remarkably accurate
Thank you.
voice.
I've worked hard at it.
She's so she found out on TV, but they want to be financially independent. They trademarked the Duke and Duchess of Sussex in a variety of different ways, apparently, and she's going to go back to doing whatever she did. And
It's that little American hussy she's hooked up with.
Megyn didn't just get roasted. She got boxed up, stamped fragile ego, and overnighted to Montecito via Mockery Express, complete with tracking updates and a signature required. If the goal was to silence her critics, the result was the exact opposite. It supercharged them. That dance wasn't a mic drop. It was a full-blown trip over the mic stand, knocking over the lights, the camera, and then blaming society for the fall. Joe Rogan, who typically spends his airtime debating gorillas and psychedelics, somehow came off as the voice of reason. Watching Megyn's spiraling performance, he reacted like a coach seeing his star. Player attempt a cartwheel mid-game and land in the Gatorade cooler. When Joe Rogan is the grounded one in the room, it's probably time to step back, unplug, and seriously reconsider your life strategy. And the internet? It detonated. Twitter lit up with sarcasm sharp enough to shave marble. TikTok users recreated the routine with hazard warnings, and Instagram influencers broke down her movements like it was the Zapruder film in linen pants. But in classic Megyn fashion, she'll likely spin all of this, pun fully intended, as proof of cultural relevance. She'll dub it the Duchess of Flow, package it into a mindfulness brand, release a book, a breathing app, and a candle that smells faintly of misplaced ambition. All proudly flying the flag of empowerment, which in her ever-expanding glossary seems to mean, please clap.
She's reportedly bullied virtually everybody who's ever worked for her. She can't keep a staff in London. She can't keep a staff in Montecito. She's a bully. She's obsessed with her own ego, face on television, etc., and playing the victim. And for her to need to make it into an ego trip, which she's clearly doing. Look at me dancing. I'm still fun and I'm sexy and I have this great marriage. And here's Harry being like a normal guy is disrespectful, I think, to the moment, to the child, and truly to like the sanctity of what goes on for any humans who are actually in that situation. She's drunk on her own ego.